You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys. Driving eastbound right now, going all the way over to beautiful Pennsylvania. So got some exciting things working on over here for Wednesday, tomorrow, real time as you guys are hopefully listening to this beautiful podcast. Driving here late night, got a couple more hours on the road, coming in late night. Been up since 5 a.m., had a wild kind of a day, and it's just been a busy week, been a busy May. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Really quick, I hope you guys are enjoying these road shows. You know, real life, I'm building our lawn and landscaping company, building the social media company, doing everything we can to just keep consistent with content, help you guys out, give you some encouraging words as you guys continue to grow your business, as we grow ours. And I really like these road shows. Invested in some good quality microphones. I got those little DJI lapel mics. Practically speaking, I can sit down and bang out a podcast episode for 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour when I'm at the house or in the barn. Or, kill two birds with one stone, record a podcast, give you my thoughts as I'm driving down the road, going 70 miles an hour. I'm sure that's perfectly legal and perfectly safe. And just kind of share a little bit more about what we got going on. And like I said, kind of kill two birds with one stone. What I wanted to do on today's podcast, I got dinner about an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago now, and wrote down a couple notes for a road show. Some different things that I wanted to just give you guys a real life update on and talk about. No particular order. It's kind of a little bit of a brain dump, a little bit of a catch-all today about just real life, man. What's going on in our life, our business, and what we're excited about. A couple of things here before we jump into it. Number one, welcome to the show. If you guys are new, just want to say, hey, again, I don't take it for granted that we got new listeners all the time. Welcome to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It's all about lawns, lessons, life, helping you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business. My wife and I have a lawn care company up here in Michigan, and we've been doing this for, folks, I think 17 plus years, maybe even 18. My email, Brian's Lawn Maintenance 2007 at Gmail, would timestamp us. 2007 to 17 is 10. 2022 would be 15. 2023, 24, what is that? 16, 17 seasons. So we're the better part of 17 seasons, 18 seasons. I was going to say 20, coming up on 20 years, which is freaking ridiculous, to be honest with you. Now, granted, I've been cutting grass since I was like 10 years old, literally. So I've definitely got my 10,000 hours or my, 20 years under my belt. But man, the first 10, 12 years, not the most illustrious. The next 4 or 5 years, getting a bunch of foundations laid, growing a little bit here. But realistically, last 3 to 6 months, had my eyes set on the horizons of growing a more successful, larger lawn and landscape company. And so we've been really making some decisions, making some investments, making some changes, a lot more that are going to be coming down the pike. I'm really excited about some stuff revealing itself over the next, 30, 60, 90 days that we've been working on pretty intensively behind the scenes. And so there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things I'm excited about. And as you guys can imagine, that means a full schedule, man. That means we're up early, we're staying up late, we are working with a lot of folks, a lot of hired help, a lot of professional help, a lot of consulting, a lot of coaching, a lot of moving parts. And so I'm growing my company. I hope you guys are growing your company, and I hope you guys are having a great spring rush wherever you may be. That being said, got some bullet points I want to roll through here, and we're going to kind of talk about just real life, what's going on in our business, folks. I got about another hour and a half until I'm in beautiful Pennsylvania, one of the cities that I'm going to be making a pit stop in. And so I don't think I'll take this episode for the next hour, but nonetheless, hopefully catch up with you guys for the next 20 minutes or so. Real time, as we record this podcast episode, it should be releasing on a Wednesday. I just wanted to let you guys know that we have Lawntrepreneur Academy link, which is our private Facebook group, growing like crazy. I think there's about 20, 25 new members here just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, which is super exciting. Super welcoming environment, safe space, ask questions, community peer group, guys. Get your questions answered. It's nominally priced at $29 a month. You got to price it at something. We're not going to charge $100, $200 for this thing. I don't think we need to do that. But long story short, a couple hundred members in there, growing every day. And I just want to invite you guys to check it out. Part of the Link membership, yes, you get access to the private Facebook group, see what people are asking, compare notes, ask questions, get your questions answered, of course. Awesome, safe group, fun group to be a part of. But we also do a weekly live stream, usually Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. We've had bidding hours, coaching hours, rant hours, where we just talk about topics. Last one, we actually kind of went way off script, and we were just talking about a bunch of fun stuff, to be honest with you. Just building community, man, hanging out, getting to make friends, meet some new folks that were in the live stream for the first time, and of course, getting to hang out with some buddies that I've been getting to know for the last 3 or 4, almost 5 months since we've had our Facebook group. So wanted to just let you guys know that once a month, we usually get a big dog guest on, and that's usually somebody with a $3, $5, $10 million type company. And we've had the likes of Mark Bradley, Corey Ballard, Sam Rankin, Sam Gamble with Atlas Outdoor, Leroy Maines, Brilliant Gardens, so many Brilliant Borders, actually. Brilliant Gardens is Dylan Stevenson. Shout out to Dylan. But what I wanted to do is kind of change it up a little bit. One of my favorite speakers at Launchpreneur Academy Live, our conference in November, it'll be November 2nd this year, is Jeff Joyner. He is a full-blown, the real deal, motivational speaker, professional storyteller, #1 salesman in the world for the company he worked at, for a global company for, I think, like 4 or 5 years straight, #1 sales rep in a company that had like 50,000 employees and a couple thousand sales reps. Anyway, he is the master of negotiation, the master of communication. He wrote the book, Say It Like It Matters, When It Matters, or something like that. I forget the title exactly. Actually, I got the audiobook just about a week or 2 ago. Going to listen to that here before you know it. But Jeff is coming in as our guest speaker on Link. So all of you guys that are part of Link, quick announcement. You guys have been seeing the Facebook group messages, hopefully. But if you guys are not part of Link and you're listening to this podcast, dude, join the group. Come hang out. Come listen to Jeff. Learn how to get along and work with difficult people. What's some things you can do to hire new people and cast that vision and to communicate better with them? What can we do to communicate better to our customers and to switch them over from just customers or clients to raving fans? These are some of the questions that I want to lead off with Jeff. And then I know you guys always ask the best questions ever, so we'll let the group kind of take a mind of its own and a direction of its own, part of that group. But we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to change it up. I'm really excited about the addition, having Jeff kind of weigh in. Like I said, the dude is extremely successful in corporate America, extremely successful with his own business. I think last I heard, he sold like, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 copies, whatever it is, probably now, of his book, Say It Like It Matters, When It Matters, or Say It Like It Matters, Like It Matters, whatever it is. Great topic, great book. So he's going to be hanging out with us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern at Link. If you guys join today, you still get access to Jeff. We don't make you wait. We don't do anything like that. Just come on in, hang out. We'd love to have you, okay? So that being said, I want to go through a couple different topics here, just some stuff that we got going on with our life. Let me give you a quick little litmus. If you like it, hey, listen through. If you don't like it, change the channel, bro. No big deal. Other great podcasts out there. This is what we're doing for a road show and just giving you guys a little bit of a debrief of what we got going on. We'll talk about Spring Rush, end of month, double cut fees, Equip registration, our new Ballard blocker, the Equipment Defender racks, our new trailer taking its maiden voyage, little shop tour update, talk about commercial sites, and had an interesting conversation come in about fertilizer inquiry that I turned down, and then dreams coming true for our own property, including having a walkthrough with the landscape architect, Dustin, with Troy Clogg and Associates. So that's a dream come true to get our landscaping done at our house that we're in the process of building, that we are nearing the home stretch. We've got about 6 to 8 weeks left, and that puppy is done. That chapter is done. And then you know what, folks? It is all in the road to 5, 10, and 20 million bucks for Brian's Lawn Maintenance. All right? I think we can get there. I think we can do it. I know we can do it with your guys' help, with some great folks that we have as our peer group, with some great mentors that we have in our life. we're going to the moon. All right, so let's do this really quick. Before we jump on into it, even on the good old road show, you know, you got to put some gas in the gas tank. You got to buy hotel rooms. You got to buy airplane tickets. You got to keep the podcast going and pay Mr. Producer, who deserves every penny and that much more. We're going to hear from today's show's sponsors. We're going to hear from today's announcements, and we're going to come right on back.
Experience success at the Equip Expo in Louisville, Kentucky, October 15th through the 18th. It's the green industry's premier event, covering landscaping, lawn care, and outdoor equipment. Whether you're a new or seasoned pro, there is something for you. Join us for a welcome reception on Tuesday at Churchill Downs. New this year, we have happy hour with the Crashers on Wednesday, a blend of networking and a concert experience. And don't miss Energize, hosted by Brian Fullerton, where you'll get help with marketing, hiring, sales, and purchasing. Thursday night, it's Trace Atkins in concert, and new for 2024, we are introducing our certification center in the West Wing, offering certified courses in pesticide continuing education, turfgrass pesticide application, chemical application, and tree care and shrub. Parking is free. Use code Brian for 50% off your admission ticket. Click the link in the podcast description and join us at Equip October 15th through the 18th.
All right, guys, so let's jump right back into it here. I am going to try to keep the episode a little bit more short and sweet with the tail end of this portion, just because I only got about another half hour until our final destination, all right? Not the movie Final Destination, not to freak anybody out there. Anybody remember those movies back in the day? Man, every time I drive behind a log truck. Anyway, let's not go down there right now. If you're driving behind a log truck in real life right now, I want you to screenshot the podcast or do a little screen record, you know, for like 10 seconds on your Apple iPhone, and then tag me, and let's see if anybody's actually driving behind a log truck, all right? By the way, keep some good following distance with those things. Not everybody's wise enough to put the little red cloth, red flag on those things. I don't need anybody driving into a pylon of wood for some telephone poles or some log truck driver out in the Pacific Northwest, all right? Cheezo Pete's Fullerton. The stuff we think about as I drive in at 10 o'clock at night, thinking about Final Destination movies, which, by the way, were so ridiculous. Remember when the guy put his hand in the blender, you know, in the disposal? Just ridiculous stuff. All right, any which way, those movies just stick with you when you watch them at, you know, 12 years old, right? All right, so number one, talk about the spring rush. We're getting our asses handed to us. How about that for a topic number one? The guys have actually been doing really, really good. I'm really impressed with how much work they're putting in, the hours they're putting in. We actually have a new hire, Jake. He's been incredible first week. Didn't try to overwork him, but dude, just the luck of the draw. Homie ended up working 55 hours. That's 40 straight time. And then 15 hours for time and a half. He's loving it. Great kid, 18 years old, fresh meat for the grinder, great attitude, strong work ethic. He's actually my rough carpentry guy, our framer. It's his son. He wanted to do landscaping. He's going into school for some different degrees that are outdoor related, and so he wants to work outdoors, do lawn care, landscaping, get dirty. My carpenter recommended him to us, and I'm really happy that he did. The guy has been just killing it. We mowed last week, Monday through Thursday, and then we did oh gosh, folks, don't put me, Johnny, on the spot, 26 or 28 yard mulch job at one of our commercial sites. The next morning, it was supposed to be rain showers until about 9 and 10 a.m., and it ended up basically having passing rain showers, heavy rain showers, and then a passing rain storm that went through about 2 p.m. for another hour. Anyway, we basically slang, whatever you want to call it, probably, let's see, a 3-yard mulch job, a 18-yard mulch job, and then a 14 or 15-yard mulch job. So whatever that comes to, 18 and 14 is 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 35 more yards on Saturday. And basically it was all wet. It was all wet rain. It was all wet conditions, all wet mulch, I should say. All wet rain, for the love of God. That's the sleep deprivingness talking. But anyway, so super busy week. The kids just getting started with us. I'm like, hey, welcome to the jungle, 55 hours. Bam. How about that for getting baptized for a spring rush work ethic? The guys are straight time 40, salaried. In the winter, we only work once every 10 days, every 2 weeks or so. This winter was extremely light. I always ask the guys for Fridays and Saturdays through the month of May and or until our commercial mulch is done and flowers are done. If we get that all done sooner, no more Saturdays, and or as long as we're caught up on all of our weeding and lawn enhancements on our commercial and residential sites that have weed pulling, then those guys can have Friday off too. But it's straight 410s Monday through Thursday. But this whole last 2-3 weeks, we've been working pretty much every Friday, Saturday, and likely will be through the end of May. So spring rush is crazy. We've been getting nuked with rain. I'm sure you guys can relate. Shoot me some DMs on Instagram, man. Let me know what you guys are working with and dealing with. But the mowing has been getting done all week, which is great, the last couple of weeks. And a lot of our commercial mulch is getting installed, so we're keeping up on the schedule pretty well there. End of month, really quickly on that, been working with LMN with our onboarding specialist. I got shifted over to another portion, another person for our onboarding team, talking about end of month and invoicing. That's actually been going really, really well. Shout out to Nick and Liz with the LMN team. First round of invoicing took me about 3 or 4 hours, admittedly, was kind of toggling back and forth Yardbook and also LMN to basically run all of our commercials through invoicing and then creating invoices for all of our residential. The first round, we actually still did, I'll just give you guys some inside baseball, still ran our charge cards on file for Yardbook with anybody that we still had on file, and ran all of our new residentials that are pure LMN signups, if you will. We invoiced them through LMN. The idea was I didn't want to snuff out, I didn't want to choke out the business from cash flow. You know, getting $10,000 to $15,000 of residential, I don't even know what it was, maintenance in, and not making payroll for, you know, what would be May or June or even July at this point. Like, I wanted to make sure we still got paid for that. Can I be real and say that out loud and nobody crucify me? Like, I have 95% of our residentials with a charge card on file. We needed to make sure we run those. That way we got paid to cash flow payroll for May or June, like I just said. All the commercial invoices, I'm not going to see that money for 2 weeks, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days on some of them. So it didn't really make any difference to me. So all of those got invoiced via LMN. The residential project moving forward for the month of May is to get all of those folks with a charge card on file in their LMN portal. So I actually had a webinar just a few days ago to learn how to do all of that. That was part of the next person on the onboarding team, Liz, who had a great 30-minute webinar. And again, folks, this is all through the LMN white glove onboarding experience. If you guys use promo code Brian to sign up, please do. Please use the code. Yes, we earn a kickback. I actually have no idea what the kickback is. It's a couple $100, I think, or maybe we get a free month of service. But I will just tell you, it's not about me, it's about you. You guys are going to benefit so much from having somebody hold your hand through this whole process. Really good guy, part of Link. His name is Robert. Actually just went full-time like 10, 12 days ago. He's going through the process right now, signing up through LMN. He's getting the white glove onboarding experience, one-on-one versus just being in a group session or watching a bunch of tutorial videos. That's, you know, doable, but it's brutal. Let's be honest with you. If you're going to put 20, 30, 50 hours into the platform, if you're going to pay $400 or $500 a month for LMN, if you're trying to grow a larger company or just have a super handle on your numbers, don't cheap out a couple grand. Like, you owe it to yourself to do it right. Get the white glove onboarding experience. And this was, again, part of that experience that we are receiving with our person, Liz, that was able to help us with end of month invoicing and learning how to charge card on file. So we have to create a portal, send folks an email, ask them to update a card on file. And it seems like a pretty straightforward process, very streamlined process. I actually took a couple hints from Jeremiah Jennings and gave me some tips about how he was able to streamline that process to, you know, navigate 100, 200 plus customers to get their charge cards on file. So that's our big project for the month of May, the second half of May. But overall, folks, things are going pretty well. Very excited about our process and the navigating of LMN. Had a 1-hour session actually today with my onboard specialist, Nick. And frankly, the meeting was only a half hour. I had a couple questions, trying to figure out a couple things, trying to figure out where some things were at, just a little bit of a workflow. But realistically, after about 25 minutes, I said, hey, Nick, I said, with all due respect, I don't think I really have any other questions right now. I'm sure this thing can do 1,000 items. I only need like the top 10 right now. As long as I know how those are, I can punch $1 million through this thing. No problem. As we continue to grow, I'm sure I'll learn more nuance, more details, and I'm sure there's more, that's packed into the software that will be helpful for us to go to the next level. But for right now, I just need the basics, and that's going to take us to $1 million. We got our budget. We've got our bidding and estimating. We've got our crew app with our scheduling and our routing. We've got our end of month invoicing. I'm trying to think what else. Maybe one or two other things, but folks, we're good to go. I'm very, very pumped about that. So shout out to the LMN team. Let me keep going. Double cut fees. I had a question come in on YouTube. Maybe this was Instagram, I can't even remember. But somebody asked me, do we charge double cut fees cutting grass? A little bit of a different topic here. Man, we do not, but I wish we did. I'll tell you straight up, I really do wish we did. We basically, as we approach a customer, it's, hey, the lawn's $52.50 for a weekly mow, cut, trim, blow, we edge bi-weekly. If I was probably a little smarter, I would probably reserve the right when I sign up a new customer, we would say, hey, if the lawn's ever tall, it is a double cut fee in the spring of $10. Not a full double charge, but a double cut fee. You guys know what I'm saying, double cut, triple cut sometimes. And at least just recoup something for dulling out the blades, a little bit of labor and a little bit of gas. Does $10 cover it? I don't know, but it's better than nothing. Let's say you got 80 weekly mows and 30 of them require a lot of TLC. Hey, an extra $300 a week, that really does chip away at gas and fuel and maintenance and wear and tear. So it is probably appropriate. I've never incorporated a fee like that. I love the idea of it. If you guys are just starting in business and you're doing nicer subdivisions where folks don't mind that, then it might be something to visit and it might be something to keep an eye on. I don't know. Shoot me a DM again on Instagram or leave me a comment somewhere on YouTube or Facebook. Let me know if that's something that you guys do. We do not, but man, would I love to. All right. So, great question that came in. Just wanted to answer that one. Equip registration. Very straightforward with that. If you guys have not registered for Equip Expo just yet, that's the annual trade show that we have down in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. I think it's October. Ooh, don't quote me, Johnny on the spot. I think it's October 15th through the 18th, something like that. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the trade show, a Tuesday welcoming ceremony. Use promo code Brian, save 50% off. I think registration is $12, $15, $20, whatever it is. But hey, you know what? If you are thinking about going, or you are going, get your ticket ASAP. We'll leave a link in the podcast description. You guys can register for that. Super appreciate the support there. Last year, I think like 1,000 of you guys registered with our code. Hey, shout out to that. I think we get a kickback on that. Hey, even if it's $1 back on a commission or something like that, folks. I'm inside baseball. I'll tell you guys exactly what we do, what we earn, what we make. I have no problem with that. You guys are super loyal supporters, man. I love it. I appreciate it. I don't know why we're so blessed, and I'm just exceedingly grateful and thankful. But if that's the case, hey, that just goes back into making content. I'm not buying a Lamborghini, with any of the money that we're making from our social media. Not yet. If we do, I'll let you know, and if we do, I'll bring it to LAL and you guys can take it for a ride. Last year I said that, and I had a couple of people take out the Tesla. Good buddies, folks I know and trust. If you're brand new and I don't know who you are, you're not taking out the Tesla. But that being said, if you're some of my buddies and you guys have been around the block with me for a little bit, no problem, take the Tesla out. The Tesla Model X, by the way, is a car that I bought with the first 5.5, 6 years of earnings that we made from our social media business. So I said, hey, if we get a cool car like that, you guys can take it out, and a couple of you actually have. Bronson, the kid that works for me, who found me on social media, took his driver's training to pass his test, his exam when he turned 16 in our Tesla. The car was gone for 4 days. It took 3 hours to do the test, but it was gone for 4 days. Shout out to Bronson. I don't know how that worked out. Liz didn't even know the car was gone. She's like, where's the Tesla? I said, Bronson has it. She goes, why does Bronson have our Tesla Model X? I said, he took his driver's training course. She goes, you gave him what? I said, yeah, it's just a car. She goes, he's 16. That car can do like 130 miles an hour. I go, yeah. I said, I guess it can do that. I never really thought that through. So anyway, that's so ridiculous. I'm talking to myself here at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, driving on the turnpike. All right, let's keep going. get your Equip registration. Super appreciate if you guys use the code. And if you don't, hey, life goes on. No harm, no foul. Ballard chute blockers. I just dropped an Instagram post on that. A lot of folks were asking what's our thoughts. I like it. I was hoping the bracketry would be a little bit more robust. Actually, I saw somebody leave that exact comment. I agree. It's 2 holes you have to drill through the deck. Works on pretty much every mower. I kind of like the advanced chutes with the 3 drilled holes in the spacers. I feel like it's a little bit more robust, but I do like the mechanical design of the Ballard chute blocker, the new one. So if you guys don't know, Corey Ballard, Ballard Products, ballard-inc.com, Brian Sten saves 10% there. He came out with a pretty universal chute blocker this same time last year. We have it on the Exmark 60. We need to get it on the 72 pretty quickly here. We just don't have the time. We're just struggling to get all the lawns done, get all the mulch done. Nobody wants to dick around putting a blocker, but a chute blocker on for 2 hours one evening. It's just something we got to do on the weekend here. I just haven't had the time. But it's been working great for the 60 that we do have it on. A lot of great feedback on it. Again, you know, you can't make everybody happy with a chute blocker. There's other folks that make some. There's other folks that have different designs. Some are a twisting handle. Some are a cable system. Other are foot pedal designs. Look, folks, I don't really care if you buy Corey Ballard's chute blocker or not. If you do, use the code. Save 10% on a $300 chute blocker. Sure, save you 20, 30, 40 bucks. But whatever you do, just get one on your mower. That's all I care about. It's going to eliminate 10 to 15% of your total time leaf blowing, grass clippings back into the lawn, stop you from spraying at air conditioners, driveways, sidewalks, roadsides, parked cars, all that other mess, okay? So just get a chute blocker. I don't care what brand you get, what brand you use. Just get one on your mower as soon as you can afford one. I know they're not cheap. All of them these days are $200 to $400. But what I want you guys to do is be as efficient as possible, as safe as possible. And that's where the blockers come into play for us, okay? So the Ballard chute blocker, 2 thumbs up. The guys like it, I like it, whatever. I don't really get too lost in the weeds or married to chute blockers. It's a non-issue. Just get one, okay? Equipment Defender racks, and this will relate to the trailer. Got the new Equipment Defender 4-position trimmer rack on. Got 3 leaf blower racks installed. I got 2 YouTube videos that should be dropping back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday. Really pumped about that. We threw down, I think it was like $3,300 for 2 new leaf blowers, 2 new Echo 2620 trimmers, 2 new Red Max edgers, and then 3 2.2 gallon sure cans and 2 5-gallon sure cans. All in with the racks, the trimmers, the edgers, the blowers, and freaking gas cans, by the way, like $265 on Amazon, for crying out loud. We're probably like, about $4,000 plus or minus, $4,100, $4,200 outfitting the new trailer so far. And that doesn't count the $22,000, $23,000 enclosed trailer, which, by the way, number one, Brian's 10 saves you 10% on Equipment Defender racks. In utilities, trailer, enclosed trailer, it works on both. They're awesome. But the exciting conversation is the brand new enclosed trailer took its maiden voyage yesterday, which I'm really pumped about that. Had all the guys over. We had about an hour and a half. Musical chairs, shifting everything around. Mowers. We got 3 mowers in an enclosed trailer now. We've never taken 3 units out before of anything. Pumped up about that, as you guys can imagine. We have a lot of commercial sites, a lot of big commercial sites. We have 3 full-time guys. Jake's our 4th full-time guy. We have 2 other part-time kids, Owen and Bronson. In the right scenario, on the right jobs, and I have the right labor, we can have 3 mowers moving, 2 guys trimming, or 2 mowers moving, 2 guys trimming, 1 guy edging, and then blowing, right? Having that 3rd mower is very, very helpful, and or having 2 60s, or sometimes that 72 might be too big, right? Right now we're rocking an Exmark 60, an Exmark 72, and then an Exmark S Series 60. So 2 X's and 1 X. That S might get traded in or sold off on Facebook this summer. we might throw down for another Vertex X60 with a bagger. My team, my crew, my guys, they all love standers. I do as well. Excited about getting another bagger system that'll leave us with 2 Exmark stand-ons with 2 baggers. Once they actually come on in, because they're all back ordered, hopefully have them by fall, and that'll be our setup moving forward for all of our company is stand-on mowers, okay? So it was really cool seeing the new trailer. If I do get home in time Wednesday, Thursday, I'm excited about filming a 2024 trailer setup video. I love those. I'm sure you guys love those. We've got just so many great things going on with that trailer. And yes, we will be getting it wrapped in signage here. More to come on that whole conversation. I don't want to really say too much just yet, but that will represent the new Brian's Lawn Maintenance brand and logo moving forward. And we're going to stamp that thing out over the next 5-10 years on the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 80, 100 trucks and pieces of equipment that we need to go and get to grow to 10 million and beyond. All right. So super pumped up about that. Last but not least, shop tours have been going really, really well. We've already dropped the first 2. We, man, talk about a leadoff hitter. Hidden Creek, Columbus, Ohio, $25 million company. Jason Cromley, absolutely amazing conversation. Absolutely amazing guy. Awesome communicator. Stud salesman kind of a dude. Great communicator, if I didn't say that. That's why he's a great communicator and I'm a subpar communicator. But he was an awesome dude. His shop tour, 15,000 views in the first week on YouTube. Super cool. Super excited about that. Trending up every single day. More views pulling in. And man, just talking about painting the vision, painting the dream of where somebody can be in 10, 20 years with just an amazing company, 140, 150 team members. Awesome time. Podcast number 2 just dropped. Let me take that back. Shop tour number 2 just dropped with the Correlating Podcast with Russ Scott, Ringers Landscaping, Crystal Lake, Illinois. Folks, I could talk about these folks for a half hour each, and I'm going to do a debrief at the end of this tour. But man, what an amazing business, what an amazing setup, what an amazing culture. I couldn't even do it justice to bring you back on how awesome that guy's setup was, even between the podcast and the YouTube video. There's just no way you're able to catch it all at one time. But I'll tell you what, we did the best we could, got a great glimpse and insight into how they're running their company. Tons of great comments on that YouTube video talking about how lean and efficient that company was, going from 1 million to 12 million in 5 years. Okay, so you can do it. If you want to grow, it's out there. And it was just really cool to see how that guy was putting it together. Okay, so if you did not check out Hidden Creek Shop Tour or Ringers Landscaping Shop Tour, you're missing out. Super appreciate Corey Ballard, LMN, Cujo Yardware, and Equipment Defender for being our tour sponsors. Because folks, I'm telling you straight up, like I'm burning gas mileage, I'm burning hotel rooms, flights for some of these guys. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort away from the business. I gotta make sure the family's, all on the same team. Make sure Liz is happy. She's wrestling 2 kids, basically 3 and under. We got a 3-year-old girl, a 1-year-old boy, for the most part. Making sure she's happy, making sure my guys are good, making sure they feel caught up, making sure that they don't feel abandoned, making sure that they're just rocking and rolling, have some great enthusiasm while I dip out for a day or 2 at a time, run around, do these shop tours. While I'm still doing estimates and quotes and bids, getting 40 to 50 calls a day and 30 to 40 emails a day, just like all of you guys, right? It's a lot. So I really do appreciate the tour sponsors. The Brian's 10 code saves you 10% at Cujo, Ballard, Equipment Defender, right? All those guys. And again, we got a code for LMN. Use those codes. If you guys are signing up with these brands, reciprocate, let them know that the content that they're supporting is what is supporting you guys to give you the encouragement, the dream, the vision to grow, right? And to go to the next level. It's just a big feedback loop in a great way. And I really appreciate those guys' partnership and support. All right. So shop tours are going awesome. Two last things. One was that commercial site. This is something that I actually got from, I think it was Julio Tomei of Lawn Care Business Success. When people sign up for fertilizer or ask for fertilizer, let me take that back. When they sign up for lawn maintenance, Julio had a great philosophy. I heard it on a podcast long time ago, 5-6 years ago. He said, if we sign up for your lawn maintenance, if you sign up with us, we also have to take care of your fertilization. And I know a lot of guys do that. If you sign up for lawn care, we do your fert too. And also, I know a lot of guys mandate that they take care of the irrigation as well, because it's all in-house. It's all working together as a team. And as the one provider, you're able to make sure the grass is cut correctly, the lawn's getting fertilized correctly, and the irrigation is getting adjusted correctly. I thought that was just a great conversation and a great home run of an idea. Now, again, if you have a customer that signs up and wants mow only, and then they have TruGreen Fert in the lawn, hey, what are you going to do? I get it. But there's a lot of folks that have been going with a full maintenance program. Hey, you get these 6 services. The standard customer is $4,400 a year worth of work. This might include snow, might not include snow, right? Whatever. But this is just what we do. It's an all or nothing. We control and run everything on your property. And you know what? I really like that, especially when we go to commercial. Some of my commercial sites in the past, hey, we do mowing. Then some of them, they get 4 rounds of fert, 5 rounds of fert, 7 rounds of fert. Some do pruning, some don't get pruning. Some get Christmas lights, some don't get Christmas lights. Some get snow. Some get snow and salt. Some get snow only. Some get salt only. Like, it's a little all over the place, right? So as we continue to grow and to streamline things, these are some of the conversations that I'm looking to have with some of our customers. Anyway, hopefully this is helpful for you guys out. Just some nuance here, but had a commercial site reach out. Hey, they wanted fert only. I said, unfortunately, we don't do fert only unless we manage the rest of the site. That includes the lawn maintenance. Are you guys interested in a quote for the lawn care? If so, we'd be happy to give you a full program with the fertilizer as well. So again, think about the customer service potential issues there, the quality control issues. We're fertilizing, but the other guy's mowing at 3 inches when he should be at 3.5 or 4, or he's mowing at 5 inches when I need him to be at 3.5 or 3 or 4, right? He's pointing fingers at me. I'm pointing fingers at him. It's the end-old battle, like lifetime endless war between fert guys and mow guys. Hey, the mow guy's mowing too short. Hey, the fert guy's burning the lawn, right? And that's why you can have that conversation of keeping and bringing both in-house. Hey, if we take over the mowing, we need the fert. Hey, if we take over the fert, we need the mowing. And of course, you can expand that out as well. I think that's a great idea. Listen, some of you guys can run with that, and that is money in the bank. That is money in your pocket moving forward, all right? Last but not least, so that was a great conversation I had with the commercial site. We'll see if we get it, but that was my response to a bid that came in, a submission form that came in this morning. All right, last but not least, and I'll just kind of wrap it up here, is we had a little bit of a dream come true, just a personal Fullerton family win. My wife and I, folks, we had a 9 o'clock, a 10 o'clock, an 11 o'clock. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4 basically today. It's been a lot. Then a 5-hour drive to Pennsylvania. We were able to do a 1.5 hour walk around our entire property with Troy Clogg's landscape design architect. His name is Dustin. Amazing dude. I'm hoping to get him on the podcast. Just to paint the picture, Liz and I have been saving our money for 6, 7, 8 years to build our dream home. We've lived considerably below our means. We put a lot of money in the bank, huge down payment on the home, paid off our land, cash flowed the barn, cash flowed some overages on the home. We're doing our best to just do it right. Well, one thing I've always wanted to do was have beautiful landscaping for myself, landscaping for our house. Liz and I have been apartment people for a decade, maybe even 11 years now. I'm trying to think out loud. But the time has finally come for me to have the ability to bless my wife, hopefully take care of my own needs, and build the landscape front yard and backyard of our dreams, right? Give our kids the ability to go run in the front yard, run in the backyard, have an acre up front, an acre in the back. I'm not going to get all sappy and emotional, but folks, this is the first time in a very long time where I've been able to, I've been servicing everybody else's lawn, from lawn care to fertilization to mulch, right, for almost 20 years. And this is the first time I'm able to have my own barn, my own house, my own garage, my own landscaping. It's really, really cool. And I'm very excited about being very pointed and very particular, very nitpicky, and very choosy about how it looks and what we're doing. So we're using Troy Clogs, folks, because he can bring in an army of 10, 20 people, bang it out in 4 to 6 weeks, at least the front yard. The backyard will take 3 months. We'll get there, but versus me and my band of married men who are already rocking 40, 50 hours a week. We just don't have the capacity, and it would take us 3 months. So we're going to write some checks to Troy Clogs' team. Super excited about that and documenting all of it as well. That's all coming down the pike. So just want to say a big shout out and thank you to Dustin and Troy Clogs' team. We spent an hour and a half doing a full 360 on the house, talking about the vision, talking about the aesthetics, talking about the feeling, talking about what we're trying to do, what colors, what plant type, what material type, walls, no walls, natural stone, a wet cast stone, what do they call it? Like all these different topics. Like I know exactly what I want. Liz and I have been looking at Unilock, Techoblock, Belgard, Great Oaks, Paver catalogs, all the different catalogs. For as long as I can remember, 6, 7 years, I have 100+ pins in my Instagram on a saved note for pool ideas, backyard ideas. I've got 100+ saved pins for front walkway ideas, rear walkway ideas, landscape bed ideas. So does Liz, by the way, on her Pinterest. Like, we are super excited about building our backyard and our front yard. So just a little tease. All this is going to hopefully come together in the fall for the front. We're going to do this in phases and seasons because I'm not made of money. I do not have the YouTube millions. Anybody wants to write a check for $250,000 to pay for my landscaping, you are more than welcome to. Anybody want a pro bono and I'll get you some YouTube coverage? I'll give you a shout out every month for the next 2 years if you want to come build my patio. Just kidding, sorta. But the idea is the front yard, we're going to hopefully do this summer and fall. Probably cost me anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000. And then the backyard is probably going to be in about 2 years, maybe 3 years tops. That's going to cost me a cool $150,000 to $200,000 at least for what I want to do back there. That includes a pool, a patio, retaining wall. It's going to be quite a bit. Hopefully by then, a couple years from now, I got a little bit more skill set. Maybe we hired some great people. We can do some of this stuff in-house, cover a little bit of labor, cover a little bit more buying material at cost. But working with Troy Clogs' team, it's going to be freaking awesome. And, it was a surreal moment, just to give you guys like the honest, candid, like we're walking around the property. I'm talking about my house. It's not me walking around the property saying, hey, what do you want done? We can do some mulch. We can do some plantings. Do you want some pruning done? How do you want the lawn cut? All that kind of stuff. Where I've been on the other end of, 500 consults like that. Now I get to be the guy. And I told Dustin, I said, dude, sell me something, bro. Like upsell me, paint the vision. I'll give you full creative control. I've got my interests and my non-negotiables, but take it away, man. Like be creative with this thing. Liz loves curvy lines. I love straight lines. Give us a plan. We want some natural stoning, incorporated. Give us some ideas. Shoot me some thoughts about uplighting, downlighting, tree selection, little this, little that. I'm open to anything. Like, it was just really, really cool. I'm just telling you guys, if you just stick with it long enough, your dreams will come true too. A lot of motivational speakers will just tell you, if you just don't quit, you'll eventually figure it out, right? Like Liz and I were not overnight successes. We're still not an overnight success. We've failed and messed this thing up more ways than we could ever imagine. Yes, we make some money from our social media. Yes, we make some money from our lawn care business. Yes, they're both paying for the home. And yes, they're both paying for the landscaping. Duh. The idea though, that in the reality and the dream come true that it's finally like our turn. It's like our turn to do ours instead of taking care of everybody else. Now somebody gets to quote unquote wait on us hand and foot. Like that's exciting. Now, by the way, that's where I'm working my butt off over here to do everything imaginable. Like we're busting out aerations today. The guys are mowing. We're taking on new commercial sites. We had like a $38,000 gross revenue month, not counting snow. Like we are growing. For folks, I got to make money too, right? Like paying for the house, paying for my landscaping. Like I want the nicer things just like a lot of you guys, right? That's the idea. And so I guess just really long story short, it was just really cool to go through this consultation. Like, dream come true getting the house built, dream come true getting the barn built, dream come true, of course, getting the landscaping going, and getting, like, you know, all the turf fixed and renovated up front from all the excavation on the commercial site. It's just really cool to see it all come together, just short story long. So this is just a little bit of a debrief about what we got going on in our life. It's a lot. Hopefully this podcast is just, you know, hangout session with you guys, maybe late night. You just get to hear my thoughts where we're at. Super excited about the spring rush, folks. A lot of work getting done. A lot of tractor work getting done with mulch. Together Trades coming in July. You know, Equip Expo in October. Launchpreneur Academy Live in November. You know, the season, you snap your fingers and 6-7 months goes by. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys can relate to that. Spring Shop Tour Series is going to go through mid-June. We'll do the Teenager Tour Series through July, August, while the kids are out of school, inspire the next generation. Hopefully we'll do some Fall Shop Tours talking about snow. Can't wait for that, as you guys can imagine. Got some great folks in the queue for that. Some folks have been sandbagging on, and they got some amazing companies and amazing snow outfits. By the way, thank you guys for all the referrals and leads. You know, people start saying, hey, do you know about this company? Know about this company? Know about this company? Nope, never even heard of them all. Find out they're a $20 million, $50 million, $100 million company. It's just so cool to see all the networking coming together. And anything I can do to help highlight those guys' success and also inspire you guys and bring that back and show you a little bit more about what they got going on YouTube to maybe inspire you guys to go to the next level, man, that's what it's all about. All right, folks. Well, that's what I got for you on today's podcast episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys appreciate the road show. I'm coming in hot late night to Pittsburgh. I'll be here at about midnight, up at 5:30 in the morning, meeting up a buddy at 6. Boogieing, I'm back home at noon, back home by 5, live stream at 9. Hope to see you guys there. 6 to 9, hang out with family time, tuck my kids in bed, jump on a live stream, do that till 9. Wake up the next morning, 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Go move some mulch next day after that. Go do some mulch on Saturday. We've got soccer Saturday afternoon. We've got Thomas the Train Engine on Sunday with my little kids. Folks, life is crazy. Going 100 miles an hour, and I wouldn't have it any other way. All right? It's a full life, blessed life. You know, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. And all you guys that are out there paying dues, making it happen too, man. I'm proud of you. Keep going. I know it's exhausting. I know you're tired. I know it's a lot of work. I know you're not sleeping much. I know you're eating like shit like me. Folks, just keep going. It's the spring rush. This is what we had 4 or 5 months off of winter and we were waiting for, right? This is why we work so hard for our family. This is our season. This is our Christmas rush, as my friend Mike Bedell calls it. Let's make the most of these 8 to 10 weeks. Things will mellow out in June, July. We'll have another little second wind in September, October. Get ready for Equip Expo, LAL. And then, folks, you can enjoy winter. Have a little time off, all right? Over and out, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great night, guys. And we look forward to catching up with you here on the next episode.
Experience success at the Equip Expo in Louisville, Kentucky, October 15th through the 18th. It's the green industry's premier event, covering landscaping, lawn care, and outdoor equipment. Whether you're a new or seasoned pro, there is something for you. Join us for a welcome reception on Tuesday at Churchill Downs. New this year, we have happy hour with the Crashers on Wednesday, a blend of networking and a concert experience. And don't miss Energize, hosted by Brian Fullerton, where you'll get help with marketing, hiring, sales, and purchasing. Thursday night, it's Trace Adkins in concert, and new for 2024, we are introducing our certification center in the West Wing, offering certified courses in pesticide continuing education, turfgrass pesticide application, chemical application, and tree care and shrub. Parking is free. Use code Brian for 50% off your admission ticket. Click the link in the podcast description and join us at Equip October 15th through the 18th. Before you turn off the podcast, there are 2 things that we believe you will be highly interested in. First, if you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you'll want to subscribe to our free email newsletter. It shows up in your inbox 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday What's New to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. The second thing is we have just launched Lawntrepreneur Academy Link. Now you can be a part of an exclusive community that links you to those who can help you grow in your lawn care business. Joining Lawntrepreneur Link will give you the tools that you need to stay accountable, get real-time expert advice, and find belonging in a community of folks who are passionate about the lawn care industry just like you. Visit LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com to learn how Link membership gives you unique access to monthly hangouts, bidding hour calls, coaching calls, expert lessons, and more. Stay ahead of the curve and level up your business with a membership to the Lawntrepreneur Academy link. Find an easy-to-use link in the podcast description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.